Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger. And as y'all can see, man, by the looks of the title and the screen, I am bringing y'all the first ever point forward on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. And this point forward, I found it with having over 100 badges as well as contact dunks on it, y'all. Now, this build, very unique, especially as you can see with that post scoring takeover. Gonna make it even better when it comes down to the 1v1 court. But man, before we get into anything, I just gotta say thank God for giving me this opportunity to be able to be a part of your lives as well as have y'all in mind. Thank y'all for coming through. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join RGF, the Rich Gang family, go ahead and turn on post notifications, but also be sure to hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get 50 big likes on this banger. Share it with your family and friends, and man, let's go ahead and talk about this build. So considering the fact that this is going to be the first ever point forward on Next Gen, but also the first ever point forward to ever have over 100 badges, makes this build really one of the most used meta builds when it's going to be dropping. Now I'm telling y'all, as soon as people see this, a lot of people are going to start making it because of the versatility that it comes with. So the first thing that y'all want to go ahead and do, put this under the small forward position. That is going to be the main thing that you have to do when it comes down to this build. You cannot make it out of any other position. Then when it comes to the height, if y'all were paying attention, we're going to leave it at 6'7". Then when it comes down to the weight, I'm going to go ahead and put this to 181. Wingspan definitely can be adjusted, but I'm going to go with 7'1". You can actually go lower if you want to, but why not raise it in order to get the best possible defensive stats? So when it comes down to these stats for the finishing, these really have to be exact. If you try to go anything higher than what I'm showing y'all, you really do risk changing up the build name to a slashing playmaker. So when it comes down to the close shot, go ahead and put this to a 79, so you definitely will be able to use some of your post hooks, especially with boost. Driving layup, 84, and to get contact dunks, we can only put this up to an 87, y'all. If you go anything higher, the build name is definitely going to change, but when it comes down to the post control on this build, you definitely have to look at this. Right here, look, with that post scoring takeover, really going to be in the 90s, but the reason why I put it to an 85 was in order to get certain badges on the Hall of Fame category, y'all. For example, Postman Technician, really going to be useful, especially once you get your takeover activated. Now, let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Right there for the finisher, we got 25 badges to work with. For the mid-range shot, you have to leave this at an 82. If you go anything higher, you're going to get a mid-range playmaker or a mid-range facilitator build. Now, when it comes down to the three-pointer, you can max this out at 82. You're going to get 24 badges right here, which is not bad. But when it comes down to the free throw on this build, you definitely want to say that we're going to be able to use this build in any type of game mode. So go ahead and put that to a 61. Right there, going to be perfect. Now onto the playmaking. Pass accuracy, 92. Ball handle, 83, and when it comes down to the speed with ball, of course, you want to go ahead and put this to the max of 78. 28 badges right there, already looking super nice, y'all, when it comes to the badge count. But when it comes to the defensive side of things, this is where things are going to get really special, but you have to remember, these stats are very specific. So if you end up changing anything about it, the build name is going to change up. Perimeter defense can only go to an 81. If you go anything higher, the build name will change to some type of lockdown. When it comes down to the steal, this is a 46, block, 83, and then when it comes down to that defensive rebound, go ahead and max this out to an 86. Offensive rebound, this is actually going to go up to a 77, y'all. So with all things considered, add the +4 from college, and you will have over 100 badges on this build, y'all. Now, when it comes down to the physicals, we're going to go ahead and put that speed to an 82, acceleration 79, vertical, you can actually go with the max if you want to and make some adjustments, but I'm telling y'all, go ahead and put that vertical right around a 70 in order to get the contact dunks that we wanted. Then with that stamina, put the rest into it here. You could get an 86, or you could go with an 80 and put the very last attribute into your acceleration. Really going to come down to your preference and what you want to do with this build, but again, remember, These stats are very specific when it comes down to maintaining that point forward name, especially with the contact dunks. I have to say this is going to be a super solid build to use in any game mode. Going to be 6'7", still going to be able to dribble at ease, so that is why I can say that when it comes down to it, this is easily going to become one of the best rare made up builds that you will be seeing all year. The fact that it gets over 100 badges makes it even better. We have never seen a point forward with over 100 badges. I would say that when it comes down to this one, gonna be really solid on the defensive end, but with that post scoring involved, really makes this a unique build. Now you could also change up some of the finishing stats if you want to, but do not touch the driving dunk. For my preference, I wanted to be able to do everything. And look, with that back down Punisher badge on Hall of Fame, really gonna be a useful one to get on. But right here, we get the slashing takeovers, shot creating, playmaking, and then we also get the post scoring, y'all. So just remember, whenever it comes down to this kind of build, you have to be sure that what takeover you pick is definitely going to be the best one for it. For me, I feel like a lot of people are going to pick the slashing takeovers, but when it comes down to it, you can also double up on even the post scoring, y'all. For my preference, I have to say power backdowns with the badge activated, y'all. Back down Punisher. This is going to be something that you really want to see. But again, if you want to change anything up about this build, first things first, if you want to break ankles as well, go with ankle breaking shots for the takeover. The second one, I would really consider power backdowns, or you could even go with advanced post moves. It really just comes down to what you want to do. You can even double up with the finishing moves, just get more contact dunks. And as y'all can see, we have made the first ever point forward, y'all. Now I'm telling y'all, when this build comes out, y'all are definitely going to enjoy it. Go ahead and try it out. I have had a lot of people asking me for a point forward on next gen. Now when it comes down to these stats at 99, just remember, you have to consider your takeover activated, which gets you more boost to your stats, then also bind boost in general, and if you're going to be running with a teammate that has floor general. Now I'm telling y'all, with this build, really, it's going to have everything that you want out of it. The defense is solid. The finishing, of course, with those contact dunks. The shooting as well. Now, if you're in takeover, you're going to get around a +4 to 5 for that. Add boost, and that's another +4, y'all. So if you really think about it, the shooting is going to go up to the 90s when it comes down to the finishing side of things. That driving dunk, also with boost alone, will be in the 90s. Post control, same exact thing. Defensive end, we're not too worried about that because again, you get a good amount of badges that we're going to be able to put on this build. So let's go ahead and get into the badge count that I would use. First, you cannot forget about posterizer on silver. Then I'm going to go ahead and throw on limitless takeoff on gold. From there, remember, back down Punisher is going to be very useful, especially the fact that we get it on Hall of Fame, y'all. Now, we got 12 more badges that we're going to be able to work with. One that I would really consider is going to be first unstrippable, or you can even change it up to go with any other badge that you would go with. For my preference, I would say slithery finisher, going to be a nice badge to put on. But just remember, any badge that you feel like is going to be best for your type of play style and preference, go ahead and put it on. I'm just trying to lead y'all in the right direction. Now you can also go ahead and put on post spin technician if you want to, but if you picked that post scoring takeover, it's going to help you out even more. Now I know for a fact the Dream Shake badge on Hall of Fame breaks ankles when you hit certain post scoring moves. Again, that is just going to be based on my preference. I'm just trying to help y'all out. But now, let's go ahead and get into the shooting. So 24 badges right here, not bad at all. First one I'm going to go with is going to be Hot Zone Hunter on silver. From there, Hall of Fame Sniper, y'all. Cannot forget about Corner Specialist on gold, Volume Shooter on bronze, Green Machine as well, and then silver Deadeye. Now, we got 6 more badges that we're going to be able to work with. I would go with Hall of Fame Fade Ace if you decided to go with the post-scoring make of this build. Another one that you can even consider with these 2 left over. You can change up anything of the setup based on your preference, but I would really consider blinders as well. Now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking side of things. We got 28 badges that we're going to be able to work with. So the first one that I'm going to throw on, going to be one of the most important, and that's going to be Quick First Step as well as Hyperdrive. Now, for the bronze badge, I'm going to go with Bullet Passer, very useful badge as well, and also Unpluckable. Now from here, we have 18 more badges that we're going to be able to work with. So now another badge that you should go ahead and put on, Handles for Days on gold. 13 more that we're going to be able to work with. You cannot forget about Triple Threat Juke. 9 more. Now, I'm going to go with bronze bailout. Definitely has been very helpful for me. And then you can also go ahead and put on tight handles. Space creator is considerable, but for my preference, I would really consider also stop and go. Again, it just comes down to which badges you'd like to put on more and use. For me, this is the setup that I would be running with for sure. And now let's go ahead and get into the last part, the defensive end. So we're going to go with Intimidator on gold, silver rim protector, as well as silver rebound chaser. Now I'm also going to go ahead and put on clamps on silver, interceptor on bronze. We have 8 more that we're going to be able to work with. So from there, honestly, it really just comes down to your preference. You can put on badges that are going to be based off of your own playstyle, but for me, I'm going to go with gold chase down artist, y'all. And this is a setup that we would go with: 22 defensive, 28 playmaking, 24 shooting, and then we get the final 25 finishing to make it over 100 with the +4 from college. Man, again, I just gotta say thank y'all so much to everybody who has been going crazy on these videos. I just want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I got another banger dropping for y'all tomorrow. I hope y'all enjoyed the past weekend's double uploads. But man, with all that being said, man, I just gotta say thank God for giving me this opportunity. Shout out to y'all as well for coming through. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join RGF the Rich Gang family, go ahead and turn on post notifications. But also hit that like button. Let's get 50 likes on this banger. Be sure to share with your family and friends. And man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.